on here? Okay, well, back with a new live stream today, and going to get back to work on Mom's computer. I'm using my web browser there on this machine right now to check everything. And let's see. But before I go to work on Mom's computer, I want to do an update on Firefox on my laptop over there. Oh, I somehow must have bumped into my camera since my last. Hang on. There. Whoops. It's harder. Pretty hard to get in the right spot. There we go. I zoomed in a little bit. I guess it was just almost too much. That'll be fine though. I was trying to guess because actually what I see in this, I've noticed that I actually see a little more in the actual video than I do on the preview in the web browser settings page for the IP webcam. But you know what? Something's changed. I'm going to look at that right quick. Let me go get on the back on the desktop here for a second. Open up my web browser. I don't think. See, you go to the camera page, a control interface page there, and oh, see, I guess it just looks brighter. I hadn't noticed that either. It looks brighter in my preview. I can't show you that actually, or can I? Let's see, what if I do 2 in desktop? Yeah, I guess I can. Oh, I guess it's fine. I mean, of course, the only thing I can, if I switch over, then well, I guess I can do that, and I can't see it, but you can. But it looks a lot darker in the preview in the web browser than it does to me than it does on the. No, anyway, as long as it's working well as possible. Let me zoom out just a hair. It just bugs me. Did I get it? Nope. It goes to me when I cut off corners and stuff. And if I bump into it, because you can't read it either way. I mean, I wasn't going for being able to read it. I can't. My cameras just aren't high enough quality to do that. Well, actually, you can if you zoom right up on the page at 1080p, but I can only do. I'll get to that later. I clicked on it just by accident. Over my streaming my cameras over the Wi-Fi, I can only do 720p. Even just one camera at a time. Seems like I'm always. Of course, that's what my videos are about, is explaining stuff, but explaining computers. That's one of my favorite channels, or one that I like quite well, is called Explaining Computers, and it's a guy in England, and he's really he loves to retro gear, mostly 80s stuff, but some 70s stuff. Sometimes, well, actually, he goes all the way back to the early 60s. Maybe I saw him showing some tape players from the 50s, and he shows stuff that I didn't know about, and I'm older than him by probably 10 or 15 years more, maybe 20 years older than him. But he does some research. But anyway. Let's get over here to camera 2. Let's see, what is it I want to try to do? All right, I'm going to get my keyboard. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. And get my keyboard, my wireless keyboard up here. I just thought, oh well, I'll make a little camera view while I'm trying. I'm gonna try to get remote desktop working here, so I can really show you what I'm doing. But I thought, well, I'm always talking about all my confusion I get into between my keyboards and everything. And there you go. That's why. Usually I leave the wireless up there, but it's, you know, with the mic in the way, I can't really type on it. So I can, just enough room for me to shove my big keyboard back and put this one where I can type on it and use. So I just use whenever, see, like I have my KVM switch hooked up to my mom's computer for later, and so I can use the wireless here on the keyboard, and it's always active too, and that's convenient for doing my, you know, previewing my stream and all that. I didn't turn it up that way yet because I want to do this first. I'm going to update Firefox, but first, let's see. I realize I can't even do remote desktop on this thing because I never have installed Krfb yet. And I don't remember its root password either. Guess I better get that. There we go. And don't know where to put stuff now. Well, I guess that's about as good a place as any. They'll slide way up under there, and I won't lose them. All right. Yeah, let's hold that up in front of the camera. I mean, it's probably too blurry for you to see it, but let's just not do that. Okay. You know, there is image processing software out there that could probably bring. I probably already showed it, didn't I? At least my big fat balding head is in the way of showing the password while I type it. That's one reason why I usually don't. Usually, if I don't want to, you know, that's as dark as I want to make it, because as you can see, the screen on the right is too white at the bottom, and then the screen on the left is too dark. So, you know, they're just such different screens. That and the angle. Well, the laptop's good. That's what's wrong with the laptop. It looks fine. It's a little hazy to me right now, just looking at it. Maybe it's doing some automatic brightening stuff that I wish was not turned on, but or dimming or whatever. But I know one thing. There's an app that I tried before called Redshift that's supposed to kind of automatically change the color a little bit. I guess shift the red a little bit to try to make it less hard on your eyes at night and stuff. But it doesn't. It's not an automatic. It doesn't sense. It doesn't have to use any sensors or anything. It just let's go ahead and use that camera for something useful there. There we go. See, that doesn't look quite as bad. Anyway, usually I make it. I just so that the screen, my main screen, shows up. My head, you know, you can't see it, so I haven't been worried about it. But since I'm really trying to I'm not trying to show this what I'm doing on the screen because I can't. But even if I zoomed in on it, but anyway, that laptop. That's a Dell 6000. It doesn't have a wide viewing angle anyway. You really have to tilt it just right, you know, to see it good. And anyway, it doesn't look as bright as I really think it normally would be. So I don't know. Maybe it's because there's some backlight over there coming in my window. I've got the curtain open a little bit and the window cracked a little bit. So anyway, yeah, explaining computers. So that's all. I'm constantly explaining what I think about everything, or what I've learned, or what I'm trying to figure out. There we go, KRFB, no matter if it's got to do with what I'm supposed to plan on doing or not. So I'm going to install KRFB, and I figured out I just installed it on Mom's new Fedora 27, and it comes with everything it needs. I didn't pay a lot of attention, but here's what gets installed with it. KDE telepathy, KPeople, lib people 3. I'm not going to try to read them all, but there's a bunch of dependencies. What I'm wondering is, okay, I don't see anything about it. I noticed maybe that was just already on Fedora 27 because what it had that made it work. This is the control interface for remote desktop. And I kind of thought from using it here lately, I mean, I didn't used to use this one. I used to use the Genome 2 version. This is KDE's GUI for, starting and stopping the remote desktop server on your machine. There it is, Live VNC server. So what that gets you is a Tiger VNC server light version of it. And there's a whole bunch more stuff. So, yeah. So, okay. I didn't see that, and I was going to say, well, maybe it doesn't install that. But anyway, that's what I ended up with on the Fedora 27 new install on Mom's computer. And now let's hit apply. Then it'll say to be installed. Oh, now it's got a little bit better lit. No, it's the same list. Yeah. Okay. So it's only 12.3 megabytes with everything, 12 packages. That should get me all set up so I can log into it, except I may have to go into my router to forward to this thing. Most likely will, because it's plugged into, I'm trying to remember what that cable that I see that it's plugged into. That's another thing is the Wi-Fi. Oh, this may make it harder, yeah, because the Wi-Fi is not even working on this because connection information. Yeah, just wired. Oh, 10.105. Yeah, so that's gonna. I have to go. This may turn into another one of those rabbit chases that I can do, but as long as I remember. Sometimes I forget details and I don't get it working, but I'll leave that open because I'm going to need it. Help me remember. Okay, so it's installed now. It should even be running. Let's go ahead and see. I think the last time when I installed it, it just started running. Well, that was in Fedora, not Debian. So let's see. This one's got a search in it. I think looks like it. Oh no, it has some display information that's not actually showing up. Weird. Some sort of application. Oh, there's an application finder in that thing after all. Oh, no, that's regular app finder. Okay, I didn't know you could do that from there. Oh, that's still app finder. Okay, well, let's just. There's not a whole lot running on this one, so I don't see anything that says VNC. I might have to reboot. Oh, I haven't opened Krfb yet. Dummy. Okay. I'm going to close that for now. So I'm just getting a different window. Now, I remember in one system, Krfb, if you open it with XFCE App Finder, it actually didn't open up and run, but if you just click on it like that, it did. So that's from the, apps menu. Okay, that should have started up the server. And all that KDE wallet stuff, I haven't even dealt with that. Basic setup recommended. I'm going to hit cancel right now. I don't want. All it does is remember the password for you. That's the reason why I always have to type a new password in here every time. Okay. Oh, and it doesn't put the cursor in the spot in some of these apps. Okay, now that'll be the O, and the OK is on the left instead of the right. Boy, I don't know why some people just want to be backwards. Okay, so 10.105. I'd already forgotten. Yep, 10.105. So I'm going to have to, I guess before I even try, I want to get it the router and see if that's what my VNC port is forwarded to. Because I'm going to have to go from my D-Link through the TP-Link to the, I guess I could have tried installing TeamViewer. Do I have TeamViewer on here? I could have TeamViewer already on here because I have the newest Debian, and I have the TeamViewer 11 and 12 on my little USB stick or my little SD card. Doesn't look like I have it on there, but that goes through all the routers without having to do all that. Just realized that. Doesn't hurt to have them both, but, well, let's just go, since I'm already in the middle of this, let's just follow through. Dot 10. I want dot 10. I don't think I've been there. Okay, dot 10.1. Yep, there it is. I do not remember if that's right. Yes, that was right. Okay. First, I want to know what is its IP address. I got to make sure I'm pointing to it with the TP-Link. I think it is already. I think the last thing I did. Where's the IP address? There. No. What's your IP address from? 1.108. Okay. Write that stuff down, I guess. Okay, let's see. Dell 6000 laptop is, I think I'll go to my live stream page and make sure I'm all good before I can, keep going. Looks like it. Yep. Okay, good. Now, IP of it is actually the IP shows right up in Krfb. What is this? Okay, we've got D-Link, TP-Link, and TrendNet. There. Okay. And then TrendNet IP from TP-Link is 192.168.108. Okay. Now, hopefully that will have me. If I don't write it down, I don't remember it long enough to do a thing, even just to type it somewhere or something. That is a beautiful picture. I don't know for sure where that is, but mountains going into the water. Hills, or whatever they really are. Okay. access, I think. No, yeah, virtual server. There we go. All right. Now then, let's look for the VNC is going to 10.105. Okay, so this is it. So that's already set up. The last time I used it, that's where it went. So that's good. SFTP port goes somewhere else. Probably, oh, that might be my red black BIOS store. That I have my SFTP. I can SFTP into it. I don't even have that installed on this machine. And then I actually have 103. At some point, why would I go to 103? 103 is, I don't know. Things are all different now. I guess that doesn't matter. Let's see. That's not where I can change it. Why can't I change it? Well, like it is good. So I'm not going to fix it. It ain't broke, don't fix it. That's, I was thinking in the future, but no. I don't leave things anymore, the same, since I'm always having to change them. So now, get back on my machine, and I just have to remember. I better write it down. The pass I just made. There. Just a temporary pass that I made up just now, so. But that's unattended, so that I always put an unattended password so that I don't have to go back and forth to get logged into it. Now, I'm going to go back to this machine. I'm going to get my switch. No, I didn't change my switch. Okay, good. I just need to switch my video. Now, we'll try. I will just go with that. That one works the best, the Tiger VNC viewer. Oh, I don't know the IP that I need to go to, though, because I don't know. Now, the one thing I may have trouble getting into usually with the Dell 1525 laptop, I had Wi-Fi and wired, and so the Wi-Fi would be hooked up to a D-Link, and then the wired would be hooked up. Oh, well, I can still get to it from that laptop. Yeah, it'd be hooked up to the same cable set, so it'd be a different IP, but well, let's see. So I may have to go back over there on that machine. Let's see. I'll just go in there and see what, can't remember. It actually does something kind of weird about not showing, it shows all the machines, but it doesn't show the router. Yeah, it never shows that router. And so I have to, once I figure it out, I can go log into the TP-Link router and look on it, but every other router I've got, it shows everything, every client. See, connected clients. But it does not show, unless it's on the guest. I wouldn't think so. I did set up a guest network. Now there's nothing there. It shouldn't be right now. That way, if somebody wanted, said, "Oh, can I get on your Wi-Fi?" Then I'll say, "Yeah, here you go, get on it this way," and then they won't have any access to my local network, which is, that sounds like a pretty good idea. I had known. I mean, I've had other. This is the first one I've done that on. I just didn't want it. Well, the older routers, they actually had so much automatic, unchecked access that I didn't trust it. Like my TrendNet, it and the ZoneNet would just, if you turned on one particular automatic discovery, it would just let anything log into it. And I never did see a way to put in a password or anything and stop that. So you just turn off that service. It's not exactly some about automatic network discovery, but anyway, it would let you didn't have to. They all had those buttons you push on the actual machine and all that to pair them and all that junk or whatever you want. That's what they call it now with Bluetooth. But anyway, you didn't have to do any of that. Just turn that on and it would let anything log on. And I had it on for a long time, didn't realize it. So every once in a while I would see an Android device that had connected to it, and I finally was talking to my neighbor, the guy that has given me these computers, and he kind of goes, "Oh," he goes, "that might have been my phone." He said, "I have it set to just connect to the strongest signal, automatically." I was like, "Okay, fine," because I thought somebody had actually broken my password and got in, and I was really pissed, trying to figure out who would have done that, of my neighbors. So, of course, I didn't catch it when it was actually there, because it'll show up even after it's disconnected, for a while, until the router reboots, I think. Anyway, I'm rambling. I can't even remember what its IP address is. It means I have to go back on the laptop. I'm pretty well certain I can get there. Oh, I do know what range it's in, because I don't believe I can get there from this machine. Let's try it first. Yeah, it's 1 dot. So let's see if I can get to it. Okay. I don't think I can. We'll see. 1.1. I think it will just not route to it, because it sees that, its firewall sees that as coming from the internet. So you'd have to turn on internet admin privileges, and I don't want to do that on any of them, even though it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's not going to get there. I can see that. So let's just go on to the other. Guess I'll close this browser. I don't need it right now. Okay, leave that like that. And I'm so used to switching my KVM switch, but that's not how I have things set up. Okay. Oh, what I do want to do is switch the camera, so at least what I'm talking about is on the screen, although too small to read. Okay, now other keyboard. Dang it! Just sliding everything everywhere. Okay. 192 dot. Yeah. 1 dot. Yeah, 1 dot. Okay, that's it right there. There we go. Been in there before from there. So I guess I can get to all 3 of my routers from the last router on the chain. But let's see. DHCP client list. There we go. Okay. TWE. Okay. 1.108. Right. Oh, well, what I actually wanted to know is what is your IP address, so I can know what to go to on my machine. And it says, you got to pay attention. It says LAN MAC address, IP address 1.1, but you want the IP address that's being, the WAN IP address, the one that's being given to it from the router. Okay. Oh, 0.117. Okay. It just makes it harder to read. I think that's the same address that I have up in there. The last time I used it, no, that's 171. Okay. This is 117, right? It changed. It moved. It refreshed itself, I guess. Where'd you go? 0.117. Yeah. Guess I'll write it on my sticky note. Let's see. TP-Link. It got me confused here. Oh, okay. Trinidad IP from TP-Link. Oh. Okay. I'll just put this on the other side. Let's see. TP-Link. From D-Link. Did it again. 168.0.117.168.0.117. All right, now. Of course, that's all subject to change, but let's see. Oh, no route to host. Well, what is that, kiddies? Open firewall. Don't forget to open the firewall. Right. Okay, so where am I? I'm still showing the laptop. Well, that's where I'm going next. All right. You don't need to open. I've already got it forwarded on here. Let's see. Let's make sure. Did I already look at that? Oh, let's look again. Forwarding. Okay, 5900 is going to 118. Wait a minute, maybe I don't have it right. 118. The 117 is where I'm trying to go. No, that's its main IP address from the internet. Now I'm confused. TP-Link is 108. So yeah, you can't send the same port to multiple IP addresses. So yeah, that's why I keep having to do this. So TP-Link's where I want to go this time. All right, it could have changed. Maybe I don't have it set to always have the same address. It should. Evidently, it's changing. Yeah. So let's modify it to go to 108. Whoops. Oh, that was... No, this one. 108. Still got an extra. Now, 108. I kept getting too many letters in there. Now, 108. Oh, yeah, sometimes I want to go to a machine on that router, and sometimes I want to go to this other router. That's why. Okay. So I'll just leave it like that. That should be good now. Let's see if I can get there this time. But I'm pretty sure I still have to go and open up the firewall. 117, right? Okay. No? I'm going to go look. Maybe that's already turned on, but I wouldn't think so. I'll look at the firewall once I get logged in. Okay. Oh, typed it wrong. There we go. We typed it wrong. Yeah, see, the sharing is telling you that sharing is on and all that stuff. Now, I didn't set it up to get the full screen, though, did I? Wonder why. Oh, well, you can just do F8 and do full screen. That should work. Well, that's no good. Oh, I see why. Because I don't have it turned on to force it to fit my resolution. But you know what? That's big enough. Okay, that's the size that the laptop is, the resolution. Okay, yeah, so I had to change this one. Sometimes I'm wanting to go to something on that other router. Sometimes I'm wanting to go to something on this TP-Link router. So I'll always be having to change that when I do this. But it should work good enough. I'm not going to go. If I'd have been thinking a little better, I would have probably tried it. I don't know. It might not work. Wait a minute. Didn't I already go round and round trying to install TeamViewer on Debian 8 and it wouldn't work? I think so. That's probably why it's not on there. What am I going to do on here? Okay, well, I'll just close the router now. The Firefox. Oh, now those are working. My graphs up there at the top of that, they just hadn't started working yet. Why did Firefox show up like that? Right. Oh, I guess it did automatically because it was closing. Okay, so Firefox, well, I could have left it open to show. Let's go ahead and open it back up and look at it. Firefox is, am I on remote desktop? Yes. Okay. Everything good there? Yeah. Okay, Firefox is stuck on version 45.6.0. This is Firefox ESR. It's the kind of custom version that Debian 8 built. And of course, it did update until Debian 8 got, I guess it's, I don't know if it's end of life, but because they're just on Debian 9 right now, and they support theirs a lot longer. I think it's about 3 years or something. But anyway, it's not getting updated. Well, they stay behind, waiting for things to become more stable and all that. But that's not a good idea. I mean, they're smarter than me and they're programmers, but that to me is not a good idea. If you're not getting the security updates, maybe it gets security updates. Maybe they pop them through to you. But what it does do that I know is that things don't work, because that's why I'm doing this. If I go to my, let's see, do I have that? Yeah, I have my live dashboard in my quick shortcuts there. Just leave it like that. That's why I'm fixing to be using it for that. Well, it takes up so much room in the screen though, so I'll take it out of there. Okay, so once it gets up here, you see right there, negative 21 minutes. It always starts at negative 1 hour. And see, now I can check my stream though and see that I'm working in it. And that's no good. And it works, like it should in the newer version that I have on my other machines. So I'm going to set this up the way I do any of my system. Like I have my Fedora 53 up here. These other icons. That's my host system. So I'm gonna download. Let's see. Let's just go use the help. Kind of going a little slow there. It was kind of slow on the laptop itself. All right. So what I'm gonna do is when it comes up. Working so great. I thought it would work good. I guess going through all these routers is taking a toll. Well, on that, and I've been having trouble like that, and I have all these cameras streaming on my Wi-Fi and my wireless mic, which I'm not even using right now. I may have to turn some of them off in order to get this to work. So, of course, I could try TeamViewer. But let me, I like having them all ready to go, But I hate when things don't work at all like this too. So I think if I haven't ever done it while I was having trouble. So I'm gonna take off this. Let's go ahead and just close this remote desktop. That way it won't be using up bandwidth. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this wire. I'm not talking on it, so, and I don't know when I'll be talking on it, but when I do, I can. I'll go ahead and switch to this other camera because I'm going to turn that camera one off. I'm going to have to get off the mic for a second though. So I will take all this off, turn it off. I guess this I'll put back on the charger because it's not being, you know, my cameras I leave them plugged in. I know I'm probably not very loud because I'm a good ways from the mic. But so, yeah, it was only down to 91%, but I'll plug it in and let it be charging. No point in not charging it when you're not using it. Have it ready. So it'll be ready. This one, this other one, I'll turn it off. Now I only have the bare essentials. I got the camera that I'm using to show the two screens there, and that's all. No wireless phone camera, phone Wi-Fi bandwidth being used, and no camera, one bandwidth being used. So now let's see if opening up my. I keep thinking I ought to leave that open, but it sure is. It's something I want to use, but I think I'm going to end up using it in the next video because I'm already getting hungry for lunch. And so I think I'm going to, once I get this set up, that's kind of what I planned anyway, you know, make a separate video for this instead of blending the Debian, you know, the Debian laptop video in with, instead of blending them together. When I go back to work on Mom's PC, it just makes sense to have it be a different video. So it's back up. Of course, it normally is back up when you close it and open it back up, at least for a little while. So that's the version I was looking for a link to the website. Close my. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So download Firefox. See if it's something down there says for different versions or something, different operating systems. They're always changing this. They're always trying to make it automatic, but the automatic actually never really works, right? Okay. Firefox 5902, that's the one I want. I guess it did because it didn't try to, you know, it didn't give me a Windows file or anything. Yeah, and this is, I want to run it in portable versions, so I don't want to install it. It's already installed. The only difference would be it would be the regular Firefox instead of ESR, but that won't get updated often enough either. So that's the, you know, that's what's on here, the kind of special. And I think the reason they make their own mix is because they made it lighter weight. Supposedly the newest 5902 is actually fixed some bugs that were using up CPU power and stuff. I just read that the other day. So I don't. Yeah, I have Crusader. Good. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do then. Open up Crusader. And I should be able to just see if we're going to have a folder. and take a minute to unzip that enough so you can see it in Crusader. Oh, I can see my little icon on my laptop saying that it's showing a little circle spinning that it's working, but on the Rogue desktop I don't see it. I just now noticed that. There it is. Yeah, it's going to unzip it into its own folder. So that'll be good. Yeah, you got to pay attention with these compressed files. Some of them will just, they're not in a folder inside the compressed file, and they'll just, all those files will be all over the place in your home directory. So now that's all I wanted to know. So I'm going to click on it again. Let's see, I think I can just right click and say, maybe I have to click up there on the file menu. See, extract to, let's see, I want to go up here and make sure. Unpack. I think, yeah, now it'll send it right to Home Don. I think that's the best way to do it. That's generally how I do it. I think if I use the extract, it may open up one of those archiving apps instead of the native built-in, whatever's built into Crusader. The other day I was, well, that wasn't in the Crusader file manager. That was in Fedora 27 in that KJ file manager. It was making me go through a bunch of menus to get to my spot, and it was kind of a pain. So yeah, if you just hit extract, and it'll automatically just pick the other window that's open in Crusader. And it may have done that if I just by right-clicking too, but I saw 3 options there, so it made me go, that's not what I'm used to. It's not real fast at extracting, even not, you see, well, it's only a 53 megabyte file, which we didn't used to say only. My first computer that I really got to work, well, basically, it was my mom's computer, but she bought it for everybody to use. It was a Windows 3.1, 486 Packard Bell, and it had a 500 megabyte hard drive, and the other programs, it had like 4 or 5 CDs that came with it, and you would run the programs off the CDs. It would, when you plug them in, it would say, do you want to install, it was a small portion of the program, basically just to put your, start menu entries in and stuff like that. And then if you clicked on them, it'd say, well, you need to put the CD in the drive. But that's how they used to deal with hard drives. Were just too expensive. They had some bigger ones, but they were too expensive, so that's how they used to deal with that. It was really, really common for, you could still, a lot of programs run like that. And of course, if you do games, I think they still may do that a lot. They kind of do it more, not for space reasons, but for licensing. They try to keep control of their licensing, but require the CD for you to play the game. Even if you can download the game, fine, but you got to have the CD because that's where the license is encrypted on there. Let's see, where is? Did I type it wrong? Firefox bin, Firefox. Oh, I see. It isn't throwing me in with that blue word, the last thing I clicked on. Now, if I go to, yeah, there's actually still a desktop folder in Debian. So now, if I make me on that Firefox, oh, that's the SIG, not the, what am I looking for here then? It's newest to oldest, maybe I'm missing it. I don't want the SIG file, that's the one I want. The one with the little gear, that's the executable that'll start Firefox. I knew something looked funny there. Okay, so I want to say link handling, new symlink. Now, I need to Firefox. I always name it Firefox newest version. Is that right? It's so tiny I can't hardly read it. Looks okay. Now, it puts it in that same directory, and you can't make it do anything else, but you can just let it, as long as you don't name it the same, you're fine. And if you don't rename it, then it won't work, and it won't give you an error either. Now I'm going to move it to the desktop. Now, I guess I'll just close Crusader for right now. There it is, but it doesn't have its icon. Now let's see if I can. I'm going to right click on properties, click on that little icon there. Let's go to, there's the new Firefox directory. There are icons, but guess what? The only one it's got with it is that. And now let's see if I can go get it in the, oh, you can't see the .mozilla folder, so go back to Crusader. I got to copy me an icon over there. I can't stand not having the icons. Okay, I'll put it in the icons folder. Now let's go to, in Firefox I can go to, I think Mozilla, the Mozilla folder will have an icon. Let's see, if it doesn't, I'll have to go to where they're stored in the system. I don't think it does. I guess I should make sure it runs before I... It's not going to be in the extensions folder. There's actually nothing in there. Go all the way back and let's see. User, USR, user, share, icons. Wait, let's see if we have Mozilla. Not X, Z. Yeah, Mozilla extensions. No, that's not it. Should have went to icon. I couldn't remember. Firefox? No, Mozilla. Mozilla is the maker of Firefox, so... Okay, let's make sure it works before... Might be in a different place than where I was thinking. Let's see. Well, let's just go ahead and make sure it runs. I'm going to click on it. Make sure it runs first. Yep. There we go. Of course, it's all out of want stuff that I don't want in there and all that, but I hate that pocket thing being in my way. And what's that? Don't want that either. Takes up space. Okay. See that extra space? You got to go to Customize and get rid of that space. And then the downloader, I like it to be up here where it used to be in the good old days. And I don't think I want any of the other stuff. Sometimes there's things I do want. Let's see, okay. I don't believe I have sync, Firefox sync set up in here, so I don't think it'll sync anything. It's sitting on 80% instead of 100. So Control Plus and get it up to 100% view font size. Okay, now what is the other thing I'm trying to do? Oh, well, okay, so now we've got Firefox 5902, but I want it to always update. So I'm going to go to Preferences, and it'll update. Make it update itself. Let's see if we can just search. Updates. Okay. Check for updates. Automatically install updates. It's already checked. Never check for updates. Automatically update search engine. So, yeah. Now, I just downloaded it, but yeah, it's up to date. Okay, so it's already like that. So I won't mess with any more settings. Now, that's enough, you know, for what I need to do right now. Now let's go to my dashboard. Of course, it's probably past the negative. Well, we'll find out. What's this? Now we don't want to save that. That you don't need saved in your browser. You need it saved in your OBS Studio. It still says negative 4 minutes though. So far it hasn't fixed what the main reason I did that. That's weird. I wonder if that's something to do with Debian. I really don't understand that now. I thought I had it all figured out. Thought that would be back to normal. I'm going to close it again and open it back up, see if that changes anything. But at least now I know it'll have the newest version. Oh yeah, I never did find the icon. Well, I don't have to do that right now. Well, I'm gonna, since I already was trying to show you, I'll do it. So let's do that before I open it back up. I'm hoping closing it and opening it back up, it'll straighten that out. We'll see. Okay, icons. Well, let's just search for Firefox. Oops, I forgot to. There we go. There's a bunch of them. I want. There's a lot of them. High contrast, high color. Well, I just guess I'll get one out of the high color folder. As long as it works, that's all I care. Okay. The size, if you get too small, it will look all pixelated. If you get too big, then it'll be too big, bigger than you want it to be. I like the ones that are, I wonder if that one would work. Where is that? User share icons, mono, scalable. Yeah. I mean, I want the scalables, and they fit pretty much everything. Let's see. Okay, mono and high contrast. I think I'd probably want the high contrast. SVG, I don't know what SVG-Z is, but can we copy that? Copy selected to clipboard. Oh, but you can hit edit. I'm trying to get its, oh no, that's the whole file. I want to try to get its address. I suppose I can leave that open. Yeah, I can leave that open because what I'm doing is over here in this. So properties. Okay, now where do I need to go again? User share icons, high contrast, scalable. Okay. User share. File system. User share icons. I already forgot. Was it high color? High color. Oh, high contrast. It's either, I'm either going to go to high contrast or mono. Well, let's see what the mono looks like. Now I'm curious. Mono scalable apps, Mozilla. What a crazy place to put something. Scalable apps. Firefox. There it is. Let's see what it looks like. Doesn't look like anything. It's just a little, looks like a piece of paper. So that's not what I want. Let me look on the, it looks like I'm having trouble with the refresh. No, it's not refreshing good, like that green background that's showing up there, but that's not the problem. Maybe it's not working. So now I got to get back over here. I want to go to high contrast and get, is that actually, oh yeah, it is a Firefox. Let's see. Yeah, Firefox apps extra Firefox icon. Okay. Not mono. High contrast. I see it. Wait. Contrast high? No, it's high contrast. There's even yet another folder in there. High color, high contrast, scalable, something about apps extra. There we go. Firefox. Okay, there's Firefox icon. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll go to the normal Firefox icons. Oh, that's not a Firefox icon. My gosh. Okay, we'll go to the normal Firefox icons. So let's just go to contrast high. I think high color is the ones I've used most of the time. Probably want either 48, 64 or 128. I think I'll go with 64, but I think 128 would be too big up there. So icon, high color, 64 by 64. It's a pain in the butt, isn't it? Oh, that's why I was going to copy it over there. So let's just hit cancel and all that. Let's close our, it's getting to where it's not working. Let's reopen our, I guess I should try to get TeamViewer working on there. But this is working for now. Oops. Oh, I thought I hit the wrong password. But I guess I got it. It didn't help though. Still not refreshing at all. Dang it. Let's see if I can do something like reduce the colors or something. Oh, resize it to fit the local window. Huh. I don't know if this will be better or worse. Oh, I guess so. All that did was give it a background then. Yeah, so that won't help. That'll make it worse. If I try to make it, I mean, I could tell it to do, well, that's square. And that laptop screen is wide. So I don't know what the well, I can see what the resolution is of the laptop. But then the next time it'll aggravate the heck out of me when I open up another machine. So I'm not going to change it. Let's just see if it'll work. Maybe it'll work this time. Okay. So yeah, the black background is fitting, but it's not going to actually resize the actual thing here. Okay. So what I'm looking for is, so what I can do is what I usually do when I do a search. I'll put this feed list box. Firefox. I actually left case sensitive in there, but luckily those are all. I'm not going to do a new search. And normally I would not do that because I won't get everything. Oh, I forgot to finish naming that, but oh well. So here it is. That's icons. I want contrast high. Let's see what 6. Where'd it go? Well, let's just go to the one I said I wanted. High color. Yeah, I'll open it up in an image viewer, see what it looks like, and then yeah, that's just all I'm looking for. That right there. Okay, I forgot how I normally do it. This is the easy way to do it. The other way, I mean, you can do that, and but as you see, it can really turn into a pain. Just finding the one you want. But if you copy the one, look at them, preview them, see if it looks right, and then just go to your Firefox icons folder, and it'll be there, and you say okay. Okay, see, there we go. Now I want to remove this one so that I don't accidentally open it up, and I'm going to see if I can just drag this one right here. Firefox, yeah, okay, well I can type that. Think, yep. I'm going to go ahead and put some, whoops, accidentally deleted that. There, newest version. Auto updates. Okay. Doesn't have its icon, but it should. Oh, it's not. Okay, so properties. Let's go. Maybe the icon's too big or something, but oh, it's stuck on that. So we're going to go to the one I just found for it. There. Hopefully that'll work okay. Yeah. Okay, so now when I open up Firefox, I could delete that, but that helps me remember that I have done that to the machine, so I usually just leave it there. That I'm running in sort of standalone, semi-quasi portable mode. Quasi standalone. It's not standalone. It's still using all the profile and everything else from the installed version of Firefox. See, if you didn't already have Firefox installed, I guess it would. I don't even know if it would run. You also, that's actually how I guess they recommend to do that with Firefox developer version, or they used to. It's not opening up very quick, but hopefully it will. It's not even opened up yet on the laptop itself. But get out of these crazy folders here. I don't know. It didn't. Maybe I didn't hit it. I hope it's not broken. It's just starting it up. It was starting it up. Maybe it doesn't have a. It shows the right place. Hold on, Firefox new version. Let's go see if Firefox is running. Yeah, of course you should have known that. Oh, there we go. That's the task manager that I like. Did I get it? Yeah, it's already up there. Okay, so it's just a bit slow. Can't remember which way I like to do it. Yeah, that's the one that, no, that isn't the one that has the search in it. Darn it. What's the other one? K-Sysguard. Maybe that one does. Yeah, it's got the search in it. So I don't want that on the panel. I want K-Sysguard. Wait. Oh, there's 3 of them on here. Now, this one I can search. Firefox is not running. Okay. Oh, you're going to stop working for me again? Well, I'll close the app. Maybe it's giving it too much to do. The machine. It does. I can hear the fan running. Oh, it looks like I may have the laptop itself. Yeah, it has 2 system apps running. They didn't close like I thought they usually always have. Okay, but I don't know why my Firefox won't open up. It did from over here. Works perfectly from down there. I'm going to go ahead and say make it the default, because this is the one I want to be the default. I think that's what I wanted. Okay, let's go to my dashboard again. That was my whole point here. I've not run into my icon not working like that. I'm going to have to, not sure why it wouldn't work. Go to the live dashboard. Didn't take, I guess. I'm starting to wonder if I can kind of hear the fan. I have to hit never save to get it to quit asking me that. I can hear the fan running, so that means the machine's working hard. So that could be why when you're trying to get things to happen, they don't happen. Well, now it's 10 minutes plus 10 minutes, so I didn't fix my problem with, I don't understand that one bit. I really thought that was all there was to it. So, go to home page just so it won't be working as hard. Let's see. Add-ons. plugins. It's the only other thing I can think of. Extensions. It wouldn't be in the add-on. Plugins. Oh. Will be installed shortly. Now, I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. It's not installed yet. And I don't need to worry about. The only two things I've got on my machines now is that and the DRM thing, so that I can watch stuff on Amazon Prime. But it's actually a Google thing app, but don't need that on this laptop unless I decided to do that. But I probably wouldn't. It's not fast. I don't think it could handle it. It's only a 1.6 gigahertz single core. Okay, plugins, extensions, don't have any else. So I haven't synced the, it doesn't even have ad blocker or anything. So it hasn't done that yet. That's the only other thing I can imagine. Sometimes you can close it and open it and it still won't do that. Okay, so no, it's not running. Now let's see if I can open it with my new shortcut. I don't understand why my shortcut's not working. You can drag one from the desktop and put it up there, or you can right click and say add to panel. You can't, normally you could just go over here in the menu, in the applications menu, and right click on them and say add to panel, but that would give you the old version, not the new version. So that still doesn't work. Let me see if there's something wrong in there. Application, Firefox, home done, Firefox. Oh, there it is. Command is wrong. There it is. Okay, so let's go to Dawn. I must have typed that in there in the, maybe I typed it in the wrong box. Now then. I don't want the SIG or the bin. I want just Firefox executable. Okay. Yeah, so the command was wrong. I think when I typed the name in there, it automatically, because I did name, I'm pretty well remember that. Okay, now that should start it up. There we go. So check your command to open it up, and that's easier than trying to learn. I mean, like if you just wanted Firefox and you knew the command, you could just type that in there. But if you're trying to do standalone type, portable type setup, then just use the file browser to get there. So there we go. Let's go look at add-ons again. Okay, so it's not going to install till it gets darn good and ready. I've had this happen before. Maybe that will straighten that out. I don't know now. Kind of aggravating. But there we go. We did two things to the little laptop. That's why I kept putting it off here the last week or so, or a few days. Once I discovered that it was behind like that, I thought, well, I don't want to get all off into that and see why. But at least now it's done. And maybe once it gets finished updating, I'm just going to pause it like I usually do. I can still use it to check my stream and everything. Actually, no, because I'm going to go ahead and go. Maybe it will... well, no, let's do that. I'm going to pause it and let it run because I'm hoping it will get updated. And I'm going to eat lunch. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll let it run for a little while. And then I can tell it's working hard, so I'm going to have to reboot it. But I'll let it run a while, and maybe it'll get that. Maybe it's still downloading that H.264 or 265 codec, whichever one it is. Let's just go to that page and see. Add-ons, yeah, open H.264 codec. Maybe it'll show some, what's going on. I'll go ahead and get out of that remote desktop. And okay, there we go. Got to get some lunch and take a break and stuff anyway. So we'll see how it goes. But when I come back, I plan on just, getting back to work on Mom's computer. Oh, it did it. It just did it. It's done now. Okay. Okay, I'll show you since it happened just then. There it is. Now it looks like it should. But the question is, will my live dashboard work now? Let's find out. I wouldn't think it would be using that codec, video codec, for the counter, for the of the live dashboard. Now it's because I know I've been going. I know it's already been over an hour because I saw it at negative until it actually counted back up to positive numbers. So no, did not fix it. And so I closed that. That's all right. I'll just take my wireless mouse and shut that machine down because it needs to rest while I'm eating lunch and stuff. Okay, now, and I'll show you before I go, well, in case you're not quite catching on to what it is I'm trying to fix here. Go on my machine on the live dashboard. Am I in the desktop? Okay, now when it comes up, see 1 hour and 16 minutes. That's what it should be showing. Go on my machine on the live dashboard. Now that's the same browser. Well, this is Fedora 23 and that's Debian 8. So there's something really odd about that. So I don't know. It looks to me like something that I can't fix. Unless maybe it'll fix itself after a little bit. I'm hoping now that I've got the new version going there. Looking at my sticky notes. Okay. See that I have a bunch of laid out that I don't necessarily need laid out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go and get me some lunch and stuff, and then I'll come back after I get done with lunch and everything and try to get back to work on Mom's machine. All right. Bye-bye.